Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Elma and this is Eternal Blissed. For today's video, I wanted to share with you some really good cognitions I just picked up this weekend while attending a 2-day program called Attracting Fortune Through the Third Eye. And this program was led by my guru, Paramahamsa Nityananda. And before you decide that this video is not with you because you're not a follower of Paramahamsa Nityananda, you're not into gurus or whatever, don't discard this information. The information I'm about to share is really good and can be actually applied to many situations, not just financial, not just business, but also personal, spiritual, and even can inspire you to become a better person and develop better relationships. So here's the first cognition I picked up. So the first cognition is own but do not possess. So what does that mean? So Swamiji gave a really good example about the body and about the overall being. So how can you own but not possess you? Well, you can own your body. You can be responsible for it. You can nourish it. You can work it out. You can heal it. You can do whatever you want. Just don't possess. Don't lock yourself out from engaging with others. Don't be greedy and hold on to your talents, your skills, everything that's wonderful about you. Don't be possessive about it. Share it with the world. So here's an example, and this is from my personal life. So about 2 years ago, I got initiated into energy healing by my guru, Swamiji. And I wasn't shy about healing strangers and about telling the world about, how awesome my experiences were. But I really was reserved about healing my own family, right? And that sounds wrong. Like, I know my family needed healing. My mom, had some health issues. I could have healed them, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to share that aspect of me with them. And that's just really greedy and wrong. And so now that I think about it, 2 years ago, I was in a different space. I was operating from a space of lack. I was in a lot of debt, so I lacked money. I lacked resources. I lacked confidence. And all of that I was lacking financially was reflecting in me as well. So everything was coming from within. So as I was lacking confidence, as I was lacking integrity, as I was lacking authenticity and responsibility, that was transmuting into lack of finances and not doing anything in that area. And so as I started to allow myself to be just more open with people and to operate from a space of gratitude versus a space of, just being greedy and everything is about me and I want to keep everything to myself, then my finances started growing. So around the same time, I opened up an online store. And the first couple of months, maybe the first 6 months or so, it was rough. I wasn't getting a lot of sales. I wasn't getting a whole lot of visits to my shop. And I was kind of desperate. I was like throwing these mad sales and, really pushing it, trying to get people's attention. But I wasn't operating from a state of what can I give back? All I wanted was their purchases, but what am I giving back? What kind of value am I giving back? So then that's when I realized that I had to focus on giving back. So I started enriching with YouTube videos. I started writing blogs. I started even including little gifts with every order. And the more I did this, the better I felt about myself and the more I learned. So when I shared information about crystals and gemstones and Swamiji and spirituality and consciousness, the more and more I started learning, and the more I started understanding, and the more my consciousness grew. So I felt like, whoa, sharing info is actually making me more enlightened. Like, how cool is that, right? Now, here's the really cool part. Sharing info, giving people little gifts, repairing things for free, giving out things for free, actually brought me more sales, more customers, and people who have helped me for free to grow my business. And they've done it out of just wanting to give back. And it's such a cool network of people who are also operating from a space of abundance and gratitude. And so when we start operating from that space of owning but not possessing, we are actively enriching others. We are healing others. We are sharing our talents. We are doing things for others to enrich their lives, to make them happy. And in return, that makes us really happy, and wealth just follows us. So the second cognition that I picked up is take action. And this was actually the last thing Swamiji said today during the program. I actually just got home from temple, which is why I'm wearing the sari and kumkum and everything. And so his closing statement was, be active. He basically said, the person who never tries anything is the one who fails. The one who tries is the one who succeeds. Like, even if you decide, okay, I'm going to start my own business, and the business doesn't really go as you want, and you end up leaving, or you end up just closing out your business or your shop, you're still successful. At least you did something. At least you took the action. However, if all you do is wish and hope and daydream, then you're never going to do anything with your life. You're always just going to be in that space of what if, or it could have been, it could be one day. So taking action and really having that engagement and that drive to make it happen is what's going to bring you abundance, wealth, and fortune. Now, if you're somebody who's into crystals and gemstones, like me, there are some crystals that can get your energy aligned to that cognition. I find that Citrine, which looks like this, and Carnelian, which is this orange stone here, are very good at activating your creativity and the willpower and the drive to get things done. Also, if you want to attract wealth and manifest and create from a conscious spiritual space, then you can try Ametrine, which is a mixture of citrine and amethyst. So like this bracelet. So living your life with full consciousness from a space of conscious understanding and high vibrational energy can help you manifest anything that you want. So this program was attracting fortune through the third eye. So how can we manifest, or how can we attract what we want financially and, through the third eye? The way we did it was, once we got initiated by Swamiji to scan with our third eye, we were able to see into our partner's body and spot the body part that has been neglected, that is causing a lack of expansion, that is keeping that person from expanding their wealth consciousness and also from manifesting the fortune that they want. So you might think, well, how does that relate? Like, how is my ear related to me being broke? Well, when I used my third eye to scan my partner during the program today, I saw that the problem was her ears, meaning that her problem was listening. She was hearing a lot of info, but she was not listening to it. She was not absorbing that information. And she was her business decisions were being made from a, let's see if it works for this person, and then I'll do it, versus let me be a pioneer, let me just go for it and do it, and then see what happens. See, that's a big difference. Her problem, as shown to me, was she just waits for things to happen to others, and then she'll follow that same steps, that same business plan. And so that ties in with the whole be active part. You can't just wait for others to manifest, a successful business and then you copy and follow along. That's not how it works. And so if you have an active third eye, you can do that. You can look within and see what's happening with your body and how whatever's not functioning correctly is affecting your everyday decisions and the way that you can manifest wealth and abundance and fortune. And so the very last cognition I want to share with you guys that Swamiji shared is what is the true meaning of abundance, fortune, and wealth. So when we think about those three words, automatically we think, hey, money, right? Like a wealthy person has a crap load of money. an abundant person has a huge family or has a huge mansion and 3, 4 cars. But see, that's not always the case. Abundance it's not just completely related to money. It can be related to an abundance of wealth in the form of knowledge. So when you have knowledge, you can use that knowledge to multiply everything in your life. Multiply love, multiply your health, multiply your wealth, your financial wealth. So wisdom, an abundance of wisdom, is actually more valuable than an abundance of zeros in your bank account. Because you might have $1 million, but if you don't know how to invest it, how to budget it, how to maintain it, then you're going to be broke within a year, right? So abundance is not always related to wealth. Fortune. When you think, oh, fortune, that means I'm going to buy a lotto ticket, I'm going to win, $500 with $1 investment. Well, see, that's not really fortune. Fortune means that you are fortunate enough to allow an expansion of consciousness within you, that you are fortunate enough to recognize a blessing when you've been blessed, that you are fortunate enough to operate from a state of gratitude. And so that's how you can attract fortune, how you can radiate fortune and share your fortune with others. And abundance. Did I say abundance? I don't know. But abundance, so when we think abundance, you think, oh, having numerous things, numerous pairs of shoes, numerous wallets, numerous outfits. But in reality, abundance can also be a blessing in the form of having an abundance of work, having an abundance of customers, having an abundance of consciousness, where your consciousness is constantly just overflowing, radiating, growing. And so when we operate from that space where our consciousness is constantly expanding and we are constantly learning new ways to improve our lives and the lives of others, then that's when you're a real abundant person. That's when you're truly wealthy. That's when you are truly fortunate. And so that's all I have for you for today. I really hope that these cognitions that I shared are helpful. I will be including a link to some of the discourses that were shared during this weekend that are available for free on YouTube, where you can learn more about these subjects, where you can learn directly from the source, directly from Swamiji himself. And also, I will be sharing a link to my shop in case you are interested in learning more about the crystals I shared. And if you have any questions about anything that was discussed in this video, then make sure you leave me a comment. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video if you found it useful, and if you know somebody who can benefit from it. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.